Welcome to all my slot car friends out there. This is Stingray Johnny. I'm going to talk to you about this car. This car is an Autoworld car. It is a 4-gear. It's very fast. This car is very fast. And today I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can make your car very fast. It's also going to be a little bit of a review on the Autoworld 4-gear car. So let's get into this. So this is an Autoworld 4-gear car, as I said, and it has custom decals. I don't race this on a drag strip. I actually race this on an oval in my club with other people. So I took off the wheelie bars. I took off the little headers on the side. I got rid of the motor sticking out of the hood, and I put a regular windshield in it. And like I said, I made decals. I know I need a new decal for the roof. But anyways, so it's not really a funny car anymore, even though it's kind of long like a funny car. I race this on an oval mostly. So, I like the body. One of these days I'm going to paint in the front grille there black. And I took off the parachute too, and I filled that in. So anyways, let's get into this a little bit deeper for you guys, so you guys can have faster cars and better cars. And there are some things that I do and do not like about these cars. One of the things I do like about them is they can be very fast. They can be. Doesn't necessarily mean they are, and they're not all created equal. Some are faster than others, and when I say that, I mean significantly. So there's some that are real slugs. Their quality control is not real good over there at Autoworld. So another thing about these cars is all the metal down here, from the pickup shoes all the way to this area here. It's pretty thin metal. I'm not real fond of it. I wish it was a little bit thicker, but it's not. So it's okay though. Now, as far as the pickup shoes go, because they are possibly not adjusted properly, and possibly because they're too thin, you can get one of these tools. They sell them on eBay for about $7.99, I think. And you can put this on here, and you can adjust up or down whatever way you need to go. Now, you want to do it right at the crease though. See, there's there's a crease right there. You want to go right. Oops. You want to go right there, right to that crease, and you want to bend that whole shoe up or down. If your car's wearing up here, if the pickup shoe has a wear up here, then that's what they call toe heavy. If it's wearing back here, it's what they call heel heavy. And if it's wearing up here, toe heavy, you basically want to turn it that way. You want to twist it so that you're getting a little less connection to the track there, and a little more here, and vice versa. If it's rubbing too much back here, you just twist it that way a little bit, and that will help you adjust those pickup shoes. They will last longer. Will they make you go faster? I don't know. Some people would say it would. But I gotta be honest with you, I've raced cars that had terrible pickup shoes, and they still fly. Now, that changes with different types of cars. The reason I say that about these cars is because they have these magnets here. These two magnets, and those magnets really suck this car down to the track. Watch this. Hold on. Look at this. Now, I can turn it upside down, and it doesn't come off. And that helps your pickup shoes a lot. That drives those pickup shoes down to the ground. And it really helps them make a good connection. Another thing is about these magnets. If you notice, you can access them from the top side. And what I like to do is I like to take something, not this obviously, because this is too big, but if you don't have anything handy that you think you could use for a tool, well, maybe you can find a small nail, and basically put it down in that hole, and you want to push that magnet down a little bit. And when I talk about that, we're not talking about very much. It's just a couple of thousandths of an inch. And but it will help. It will help, you know, it will help keep that car down on the track. A couple of thousandths, you would be surprised how much that can help. Now, if your car already handles really, really well, then I would not recommend doing that. This is if you want the car to handle a little better, because the more you push them down and the harder they grab to that track, the more they actually slow the car down. They'll handle better, but it will slow the car down. So if your car already handles really, really well, I wouldn't even recommend pushing it down. But if you want your car to handle a little better, then I would just push those down a little bit. Like I said, you know, just get yourself a little nail or something very thin, and you can just push it down a little bit. And again, it's just a few thousandths of an inch. It's just barely sticking up, as you can see. But that will help a great deal. That will help a great deal, believe me. Another thing that I do and do not like about these cars, I love their chrome rims. It would have been nice if AFX had made chrome rims like those. I mean, they're obviously a copy of the AFX rim, but they're chrome, and the AFX ones were silver. I really like the chrome ones, but I will tell you, especially on their back wheels, they're not always really on really well. In fact, if you look at this, it's not quite, it's a little bit kind of, you know, wobbling around there. It's not really nice and round. I mean, it might be round, but it's definitely off a little bit, and you got to look at that, because that's a big deal too. Because if your car, think about it, your car's, these wheels are spinning so fast, okay, and as you're going down the track, well, what's your car doing? It's going do, 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 you know, and that's not going to make it handle well, or it's going to hurt the speed. If you have you know, rims that are really out around, or just kind of off to one side, you got to change those rims. I changed one on this. It's hard to get really good ones because, well, again, the quality control from Autoworld is, you know, it's hard. They just, some things are just put together better than others. I don't know if they make it in different factories or not, or if it's all one factory, but you know, you're definitely going to have some better rims. So if your back rim is really wobbling or out around, even this one's a little bit, you can tell, you know, the less you can get it to be out around, the better off you're going to be. And again, that's a big, honestly, it may be well-known speed secret, but it's a very big speed secret. You got to get those rims to, you know, be fairly round. Another thing is this right here. Okay, now this one's pretty good. If you look at this, it's actually not good. Like, you see what you can see here is, you can see as I hold this gear and I turn this back and forth, you can see that there's some play in the gear, and that play is not good. And there's also a lot of play in the axle. That's terrible too. But the most important thing, honestly, is this rivet right here. These rivets can be really bad. Like this one is not that bad, but these rivets, like if I do that, sometimes they're just wobbling back and forth, and it happens quite often. Like I said, this one's not really doing that. But what you can do for that is you can take the gear off, or the gear plate, I should say. And this is the bottom side of the rivet right here. With a little luck, if you don't have a tool that can take care of that, what you can do is you can find a nail that will sit in that hole. And what I would do is I would actually grind the tip off the nail. I wouldn't want a big, you know, sharp end on it. Kind of round the tip of the nail, But you should be able to take a nail that's, you know, a little bit bigger than that and just kind of, you know, grind the tip off, put it down in there, put it flat like that, and then you can tap it with a hammer, and that will tighten up that rivet. But I want to tell you that you got to be really careful about it, because it's not impossible. It's not impossible to. I'm trying to put this gear back on. It's not impossible to fix it if you make it too tight. But trust me, it's a lot easier not to. Yeah, I'm never going to get this in right now. Maybe I did. Okay. If you over tighten that, you're going to be unhappy. I mean, yes, you could get a screwdriver underneath and pry a little bit, but you don't really want to do that. So if you take your little nail and you kind of tap down on that thing, just go gentle, really gentle, and see if it, you know, hold it here and do this, and see if that rivet's moving. Again, the gear is going to wobble. That's just the nature of Autoworld gears. But that particular rivet should not move. It should stay nice and straight, and that will help you out a great deal. Just a few small tips here to help you out. But yes, those rivets are terrible. Sometimes it depends on what kind of, you know, car you got. I mean, sometimes you get one and they're pretty good. Other times you get them and they're terrible. It's the same thing with the rims. You can get better rims and worse rims. It just depends. Last thing I want to tell you about here is tires. Now, I got to be honest. This is not a stock tire. This is a silicone tire. But I honestly think that the tires that come on these cars are actually pretty good. I don't know what they make them out of. I think there's some kind of rubber. Again, these are not. These are silicone. But I think the rubber tires, or whatever they're made out of, that Autoworld does, I think they're pretty good. I have some Autoworld cars that absolutely fly. I break track records. People can't even touch me. I don't even know why, because I don't really do that much of these cars. I just kind of, you know, do a few basic adjustments on them. Like I said, I'll adjust the magnet. I'll make sure my rims are straight. I'll make sure that my little rivet's tight. But yeah, I mean, seriously, I got some very fast cars, and it doesn't take a whole lot to make these cars fly, usually. I mean, I've had some duds too. I've bought some that are really absolutely terrible, and I can't do anything with them hardly. But there are other ones that are just, you know, pretty fast already, and then you can make them screaming fast by just a few minor adjustments. You know, adjusting your pickup shoes, adjusting that rivet, and making sure your rims are straight. You're doing good. You know, it'll be a fast car. So, but that's kind of my little review on these. Autoworld. This was a pit kit car, obviously, because it's all white. You know, it came in the pit kit, and I had to build it myself. But I really, you know, I really can't stress it enough. You can really make these cars fast, and you can really do some cool things to them. And I hope that helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will gladly try to answer them for you. And please like and subscribe. You know, I mean, I'm sure you're going to benefit from some of my videos here and there, and I would benefit from you if you could, you know, just like and subscribe. It takes you like a second to do that. So please do if you can. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.